training group fitness classes while also getting nutrition coaching. Try Farrell's now for a free week. Visit fxblincoln.com or call Jeff at 402-310-4026. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Coming at you live from the Koppel Chevrolet GMC studios. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Fires a pass, and it's intercepted by the Huskers at the 25, Jay Foreman. And Foreman takes it down to the 19-yard line.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I feel like I should introduce this as hey, it's Yo MTV Raps. That seems like the appropriate reaction and response to that. I'm DP next to me. Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman, Nicky the boy. I can't even call him boy the kid. Nicky the kid seems a little too family. Nicky the kid sounds like he knows things. He was forced to run mail and do numbers back in the day.
Yeah, he looks like it.
Yeah, right? I had a good meal.
The baby-faced gangster.
Yeah. We like that. Kind sir, how are you this afternoon?
I'm doing all right. Every day I get to see Nick is a good day.
It's a win. Nick, you good? You survived the text line?
Yeah, we're good. Oh, well, the text line's not coming after me.
Okay.
We're good.
All right.
It's coming after you.
I'm grown. They don't want that smoke, man.
Yeah.
They don't want the smoke. I'm
The text line's mad already or what they mad at? The Huskers won. They shouldn't be mad.
How about say that? Say that again for the people in the back.
We'll clip that.
Or no, it didn't meet style points or whatever.
I just it you mad. What Cat Williams say? You mad at breakfast? Right, they won. You mad at breakfast?
Yeah, a lot of people do wake up mad all the time.
I don't
find reasons to be mad.
I don't I have to step away from it because the coach in me wants to go back and look at the game and see what I missed. Right? Go through it, right? You imagine players are doing it. You imagine coaches on the staff are doing it, and you go, okay. For me, I'm you put up 100 and held a team to one score. I don't care if you playing your little brother, you playing a JV team. That's a success. That's enough.
Right.
Jay, you playing against lesser talent. You put up 100. You're holding one score. You happy today or no?
Oh yeah, for sure. Why wouldn't you be happy? You always strive for perfection, so you always got to go back and try to clean stuff up. It's yeah, well, it beats the alternative. The alternative is go out there and the score end up being, I don't know, just say 35-25, and then, then you really got to deal with some stuff why can't we just do what we're supposed to do, which is, beat a team handily and easily. So, just a matter of how you get there. And, Fordham, what people don't understand is their first game. Teams that have their first game against a opponent that's supposed to win, I wouldn't say they have the advantage, but they have more advantages versus if they don't. You saw that when Illinois played Texas UT San Antonio. When you only have 3 days to get ready for an opponent, it's a totally different ball game. And Fordham, they had some decent athletes. They had a quarterback that could throw it a little bit. All their receivers, in my opinion, were kind of like little water bugs. They had one guy with size. They're going to be New York tough. They're from the Bronx, and the running back was good until he, got that welcome to the Big Ten hit. And so, they're going to come in and play hard. But then eventually, you wear them down, and then you start to kind of, get some, points and stuff like that. So it went maybe not probably as expected because you like to just go out there and just go up and down the field. But ultimately, Fordham was going to give more of a challenge. Also, I think the fact that they got to play in the spring, they were kind of a little bit more game ready than a team that hadn't. Because the last time that they played an actual football game was closer to when they played Nebraska versus when Nebraska actually played their first football game. So, I mean, there's no excuses. That's just the reality. And, nobody's ever going to be satisfied. Generally, you're not going to satisfy 100% of everybody. So that's just the way it is. I mean, I'm sure people down in Alabama are trying to find or will find reasons why they beat the brakes off of Miami, or, Clemson's probably under some heat because they couldn't score a touchdown with all the plethora of athletes that they got. So it beats the alternative, and then you turn the page and you're on the trying to get ready for Buffalo.
The best quote I heard all weekend for all sports is Georgia held Clemson to 72 inches rushing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know what Clemson was trying to do. It seems like they you talk about not being able to adjust. They didn't adjust at all. Now there were some open routes that they missed, but they just were not very competitive. Their defense kept them in the game, and it's, essentially if they don't have that pick six, it's 3-3 game, and they're probably still playing. Going 40-40, one touchdown or one first down, punting to each other back and forth. So, look, it's you're at the beginning of the season. I think people. It's funny. It's like they'll go up and down based on the season. Now, granted, ideally, Nebraska should have beat Illinois, right? And then you look at how Illinois lost the next game. It's dealing with success, being able to prepare for an opponent that's, almost probably on your level as far as talent. Because Larry was a Corker or Croker or whatever. He built that program up pretty good. The coach from Miami that won a couple national championships and had all those guys, the stockpile, the guys. Some of them are still playing. Some of them made the Hall of Fame from the Hurricanes. He's built them up to a pretty legitimate program as far as facilities and ability to go out there and recruit guys. They had a couple first round picks, one's for the Saints, and I don't know where the other guy's at. He's a lineman, but so they're going to show up to Illinois and not be scared and go out there and compete and beat them. And it's no different if they came to Lincoln or anywhere else. They're not going to bat an eye. So when you play teams, whether it's Buffalo or Fordham, you got to go out there and treat them as such as a regular work week.
Let's go to the Honda Lincoln hotline. Tim has been waiting to talk to us. Tim, what's happening?
Not much, guys. I think the reason that the Husker fans, that we just kind of roll like a roller coaster is because we don't see any consistency from this football program right now. The thing that scares me, and I know, Jay, I understand what you're saying. Illinois didn't know what to expect from Texas San Antonio, but if I'm an Illinois fan, I'm looking at that game and I'm thinking, all right, you guys just came out, you beat Nebraska, and now we have a letdown game against Texas San Antonio. Where is our program going? I'm looking at it from the same standpoint in Nebraska. I looked at the score, and I know Buffalo's quarterback is not the greatest. The kid's not, like you guys were talking about, the kid's not afraid to just throw the ball up. He eludes pressure and just wings it and just goes with the flow. He does not want to get hit. But the question I have is, do we have that defense to put on the field for 4 solid quarters that are going to go ahead and go get after a guy? I'm curious to see how well Scott Frost has these guys prepared because according to Vegas lines, everybody's loving Nebraska. The line came out at 12, and it's already up to 14. So all the money's coming in on Nebraska. And years ago, when a game like this, I would have said, oh, yeah, we're going to have our way with Buffalo. I'm not so sure about that, guys. I can tell you right now up front, I'm taking Buffalo Bulls on the point spread because if Nebraska gets through this game, which I'm not sure we're going to get past this game, if we do, I don't see it being more than 7 to 10 points. So hopefully Frost has these guys ready, and we need to see progress. We can't just hear after the end of each week, oh, we've had a great week of practice. That crap gets old. I'm sick of it, and I want to see this program turn around, or Frost needs to go. Thanks, guys.
Hey, Tim. Hey, man. Hey, Tim got all his points in like 35 seconds.
Jay, can you read this text? Can you see that?
No, man. I got glaucoma or cataracts? Which one? I need the prescription. The prescript for which was that? Is it cataracts or glaucoma? Which one? Both of them.
Both.
Both of them.
Both. BOF. Both.
What does it say?
Just some people mad at Tim. They get mad at Tim, man. They
Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I think that I would ask him, what is progress? Would you be happy if the game was 31-30 and we win? Like what would make you sleep at night? What would make Tim sleep peacefully Saturday night and Sunday, and then wake up Monday, and then obviously be dealing with
it's still mad on Tuesday?
Yeah,
like he mad on Tuesday. Like he was mad at breakfast this morning. He woke up.
I mean,
mad.
he's entitled to his opinion. I mean, I like the passion. I mean, I'm not trying to turn anybody off to be passionate.
No, I dig it. I dig it.
I mean, I will say this from I would ask you to just take a step back. If Tim's the head coach, and they say, well, how was practice this week? We had a good practice. We practiced well. That doesn't necessarily mean you're going to play well. You're going to practice well. I mean, that's the only thing that a coach can go off of is what they do in practice: effort, execution, attention to detail. They get out there on the game. You can do some things to get them ready to go. But playing football you got to be self-motivated. You got to be wanting to go do it. You got to be wanting to kind of go out there and you want to go out there and perform at your best for you individually and for the whole deal collectively. So, I get what people are saying. Nobody expects and wants Nebraska to be where we're at right now, but it's not like they're coaching to be at where we're at. And, I think that, if things go the way that I'm sure that everybody hopes they go, they can look back on the Illinois game as something that is a positive versus, we can point back to everything because of that. So, like I said, I like the leadership. I like the makeup of the team. They got tremendous opportunity week in and week out, which is, something I never was able to do as far as like every game's going to be competitive, right? So, I mean, if I'm a guy that's out there in the starting 11 or in the rotation, you're going to play 4 quarters for 12 games all season long versus when we used to play teams. I mean, I was sitting over there, we're trying to sneak in a hot dog, second, third quarter.
You were already out of shoulder pads.
No, we always kept our shoulder pads on just in case. But you're sitting over there and you're cheering on your teammates to get everybody in there. So, if they approach it the right way, which I think they will, I think it'll all work itself out. And people just, fans, the Husker fans are no different than any other fans. I'm sure the phone lines are ringing up there in Minneapolis for them losing Ohio State or how they lost. They lost their star running back. What are they going to do? Blah, blah, blah. Where are we at as a program? Or I'm sure the Minnesota Gopher alum are thinking, are we ever going to have 2019 again? Because people always have revisionist history. And then you just try to, be patient as you can. And, like I said, what is progress? Because, regardless of the record, let's just say COVID wasn't around. Just say last year they were 6-6, right? With the same, offensive numbers, defensive numbers, and turnovers, right? But then this year they could be 6-6, but be a better, well-oiled machine. And say you got injuries and all this other stuff. Well, what team will you really want? Or are you just going to say, you're 6-6, then there isn't any progress? Because before teams win championships, there is progress. So if you look at Clemson, they started to, creak up to ACC championships. They started recruited. Then they won it. Then they, got in a big bowl game and lost. Then they won a big bowl game. Then they went and got their taught a harsh lesson by Alabama. And then Dabo Swinney said, we need to go back to the lab and figure out how to get better on the offensive lines. And then, the rest is history. We're not at that point, but every program goes through it, and including Alabama went through it when Nick Saban was there. People always forget that first year was rough for him.
Oof.
Yeah.
Well, and they forget the Gene Stallings era. They forget the work that had to be done. Couple of things. And again, Tim, thank you for calling. And you guys, again, we invite you to call. Go ahead and call in. We can take that. From the text line, a different Tim here says, Jay, I love you, man. You give amazing insight. You're a great listen after games on the other radio network, but you must not be a Twitter man. There are a boatload of people who want to see Nebraska down bad. What in the temperature in your room? The temperature in your room. Do you think Husker fans are pro Husker currently?
Oh, I think majority of them. I think I'm assuming. I mean, like I said, I'm not on the looking. One, I just got too much stuff going on. So, I think just like any other university professional teams, the fans that are kind of like the loudest are the minority ones, numbers wise. And so, I think majority, if you polled, let's just say if you polled 100, fans, right? The majority of them would want, I'm thinking like 80, 85%. Now I might be wrong. I'm just guesstimating, right? That they would want, they're pro Nebraska. And then you got some that aren't. But you listen here, when we were winning national championships, we had people that were against us, that fans didn't like maybe the makeup of the team, we really weren't that good, or we are too good, and hope for the demise of Nebraska. I mean, you had guys that were voters for the AP and coaches that reside in the state of Nebraska, voted for Michigan. That means what that tells me, that you made a conscious decision to vote against Nebraska when you watched all 14 of our games.
Did they move?
No, he's still here. I won't say his name, but listen here. That means you watched 14 games. 14 games of ours. That means we beat the number one team in the nation in Washington at the time on the road and went through it. And then we had the Missouri game. But then we went to the Big 12 championship, right? Beat the brakes off of Texas A&M. And then beat Peyton Manning with all the first-round picks in the
text line knows who it is.
Yeah, they know. Everybody knows who it is. So, but then you only watch 2 games of Michigan. You watched the Ohio State game, right? Because they didn't have a Big Ten championship, and then you won the Rose Bowl. So you watch 2 games, and you're trying to draw a conclusion for that. So yes, there's always going to be people that aren't for you, regardless. I guarantee you, there's people down in Alabama that don't like something about what's going on. There's people at Ohio State that don't like something that's going on. There's people that wish Urban Meyer was there, didn't like Urban Meyer when he was at, likes Coach Day, doesn't like Coach Day. There's all over the place. I mean, it's just the way it goes. You're not going to be able to please everybody and make everybody happy. And so as long as you can, go out there and win, then, you're going to, everything takes care of itself. So, the people that, what do they say, the squeaky horn usually, supposedly gets what they want.
Squeaky wheel gets the oil.
It gets the oil. I think that the rattling can starts to rattle a little bit more and more frequent when you're not as consistent as you'd like. And, it's just part of the process right now. But I think that, like I said, it's if I didn't think the makeup of the whole wasn't going to be able to, take on the challenge of this season, then, I'd have, more doubt. I just think that, the guys are receptive of, a challenge, and nobody likes to lose. Nobody likes to be a part of something that's not up to, expectations. So I think that they'll, handle the business accordingly. But, Buffalo is going to be, a challenge. I wouldn't lose any sleep over them. It's not like that. I think here's what people miss how to evaluate who you're competing against or where we're at, right? They're not pulling up to a game at such a talent deficit that you're trying to say, okay, a moral victory is if we only lose by 40, right? We're past all that. So, yes, Buffalo's going to, they're going to be tough. They got, good player here, good player there. They've been pretty consistent in their league, for, quite some time. But they're, as long as it's a hard game in the sense of you got to go out there and give them everything that what they supposedly are asking for and go beat them. But it's not a thing that where you're going to be like, oh man, I don't know how we're going to beat Buffalo. That's with all due respect. And so those are games. Sometimes those games are harder. Sometimes these games are maybe a little bit harder to prepare for than say like a, winner take all game, right? Because you're going into it with your your endorphins firing and your heightened of awareness. Whereas this is a game that you have to essentially immerse yourself and overwhelm somebody from a mental standpoint.
I think that's fair. Outdoors Kevin is on the line. Kevin, how you doing?
Hey, good. Hey, thank you. I gotta apologize to you guys because I was skeptical of the 4 to 6 time slot, but I
hear you, Kevin. That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
all right, Kevin, man. Come on.
No, this is it. It's great. I enjoy Foreman and yourself. You guys got a different perspective from your own, different viewpoints from where you came from. I mean, Foreman was a player, and DP, you're experienced coach. But I will say, social media is so negative. No matter what, you always hear of the bad things. We don't talk up very, positive, to Frost or his players. It's always just negative. I mean, we were supposed to be the best fans, and yet we're so negative, on our coaches. And we kind of help push Bo Pelini out. We kind of helped, firing some of these coaches. And, Frost, I hope he's got a thick skin, because I couldn't take it, honestly. And I just hope, people will stick with Frost, until it's not going to work. But at least give the guy and his kids a chance. I mean, poor Osborne, I don't know if Osborne would have made it through social media era. But I'll hang up and I'll listen to you guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Kevin. Jay?
Yeah, first of all, social media was around back when we were in college. I mean, who knows if I'd be sitting here today, right?
What are you trying? What you trying to say?
My NIL and maybe NIL might be good, but the way people record everything, it's not would be good. In the sense of, there's a couple places we, went around, cleared out a couple parties and stuff like that.
Don't tell all your business on radio.
Oh man, the statute of limitations is over, man. I mean, I ain't worried about that. So, I think look, people want. We live in a instant gratification type of deal right now, and everybody's like comparing. There is no that's the whole thing. The selling point of Nebraska is used against Nebraska when you evaluate the program. There is not many places like Nebraska. That's why it should be so appealing for any coach in any sport to come here. Versus then you're like, well, you're trying to compare Nebraska to, say, like, I guess let's go close proximity, like Iowa State, right? And if you read stuff in the offseason, Iowa State was the next national championship type of program. They were going to be able to lead the Big 12, even with the loss of Oklahoma and Texas. And how'd they look last week, right? Did they look like somebody that's really ready to take the baton from Ames, Iowa, and start running around the whole nation and competing against Alabama, Clemson, and all that? So be careful for what you kind of compare Nebraska to, because when you what you're comparing it to sometimes isn't what it seems. And so Nebraska, is, you have also fans that, which is funny, is that, you don't want to hear about the 90s, right? But then you want 90s results.
Whoops.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
louder.
And really, this is what people don't understand. For the people out there don't want to hear about the 90s. That what the 90s is really what Alabama's doing. And it has nothing to do with national championships. It's just how the whole deal was built, right? It's what a lot of teams have built their program from. You can even, and it's not even about the top teams. It's just about teams that you see week in and week out, year in and year out, that are in contention or whatever you want to call it. So that's where they're fighting it, right? It's almost like, they're fighting themselves as far as the fans and the perception. Like, oh, we don't want to, that's the 90s in the past or whatever. Okay, well then you just tell when people say that, okay, that's fine. I'll hear that. That's cool, right? We got to turn the page. Here's some other former players. We got to turn the page, 90s in the past. Okay, then tell me exactly right now how to win without the ingredients that we had in the 90s. Take Take the Heismans and all the players out of it. Just the pure ingredients.
Mhm.
Tell me how. And there's not an answer because I'm watching the same teams that are in like all the championship games, right? So all the different conference championship games, or the teams that are in the rank, say top 20, all generally have, when I'm talking year in and year out consistently, or those are the ones with the same ingredients. So until something else changes, why are you up? What are you trying to do? I mean, we've done everything here at Nebraska. We've had, Frank took over. Then, we were so-called prehistoric, so we needed a West Coast offense. We tried that, right? Then we went down to Kansas and they put the basketball score on us, and then we had Cosgrove. Bill Callahan, would have still been around for a while if he wouldn't fire his buddy because they couldn't stop a nosebleed, right? Kansas still scoring right now. They still, they're still up there ringing up points. Then my man Bo Diddley came in, and he brought some consistency and really was. Bo in a lot of ways doesn't get enough credit for the positives that he did in the program, not only from a standard standpoint, the perception standpoint, the consistency standpoint, how he took care of his players. You know what I'm saying? I think that sometimes it gets overlooked because, again, in our society, everything that you get is about negative, and Bo coming millimeters or centimeters or whatever from slicing that ref's nose wide open with his hat that one time, or the press conferences or whatever, right? I get it. I understand. But I can also say, like, look, when Bo left, Mike Riley got the fruits of his labor. And if Mike Riley won 9 games with Bo's players and Bo's culture, right? Then he said, you know what? Then reality set in. Mike Riley's culture, kind of infiltrated, and this is where you're trying to defunct it. And it's a lot of the stuff that's been going on or had to be done in the first couple years is cleansing that out of the programs or the university and everything else to go with it. So, so we've tried different ways. We tried the impulsive ways. We tried to do whatever. We tried the denial ways, right? And then, obviously, when we brought the spread here, everybody's like, oh, this is a new offense, which really it isn't. And you can't tell people that because they think it's a new way of playing football. It's not. All the plays that everybody's seen before. It's kind of like the triple option just already kind of displaced. If you talk to the originators of it, they kind of allude to it. They won't want to give away their secrets because they want to be the genius. But when you look at the plays, they look awful familiar that I had to deal with. Only thing is,
There's nothing new.
These guys don't cut block like we went against. But so right now we just got to find our way and grind through it. And it's I always say it's a tremendous opportunity to be a part of something. The turnaround versus try to be an also ran when you try to go and kind of piggyback on some stuff. So look, everybody likes to kick a big bad bully when we were playing, when we're down. Our fans are awful excitable on social media because and rightfully so, with the whole, everybody got mad at us for trying to play last year, and then Ohio State gets in, and then everything seems like it's all good, and Ohio State backs up the kid that was getting punked at school, and then then we're get a season magically. And so, it's, Nebraska kind of, I would say, brings it on itself sometimes as far as like the fan base. But, I think it'll all work itself out here in the near future.
Well, week to week, we will see.
Yeah, that's the great thing. It's a movie that starts over every Monday.
We will see. We'll throw it a break. We'll come back. I need to come up with something for Nick today. I think I'll do a movie today. Nick, how you feeling? You feeling?
I feel great.
You feel great today? So I can give you a movie, and you think you could?
No.
Dang.
Go with Team Nah on this one, folks.
I'm going to come up with a movie. We'll do that. Call now, 464-5685. We got some signed Jay Foreman stuff. We'll give that away next.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Koppel, you can shop online for the most affordable crossovers, SUVs, cars, and trucks. They have new Chevrolet and GMC or used inventory, all at your fingertips. Hi, I'm Sean Callahan, and before I got my car at Koppel, I shopped online at koppelcars.com. I found a vehicle I liked, then I drove that money-saving mile to Koppel in Louisville. You should too. It was just minutes from I-80 or at koppelcars.com.
The dangers of secondhand smoke are well known, but what about secondhand aerosol, which is created when using e-cigarettes? Science already shows a secondhand aerosol can contain nicotine, heavy metals, and cancer-causing agents. Eliminating exposure to secondhand aerosol is an important step to keeping everyone safe. Breathe easier knowing the facts.
For help quitting, call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hey, sports fans. Rico here with HIS Auto Care 70th and Van Dorn. Carfax recently awarded us as a top-rated auto service center for 2020, and Lincoln Choice Awards voted us as the 2021 top independent auto repair center. Call us at 402-488-8934 for superior service bumper to bumper. Mention this ad and get 7% off. Doesn't get any better than that. Rico for his Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Welcome to Friendly Neighbors. Welcome to maintenance-free living. Welcome to Carriage Glen. Welcome home. It's everything you'd want in an active 55-plus rental community right here in Lincoln. Spacious floor plans, numerous amenities, beautiful surroundings near Holmes Lake, and much more. Plus, with Carriage Glen's current move-in special, you can save thousands if you act now. Carriage Glen invites you to take a personal tour or visit them online at carriageglenoflincoln.com. Discover the place you'll love to call home.
Venue at Home is your answer for locally made, freshly prepared meals delivered to your door every week. Our meals come ready to heat and eat. With sizes for 2 people or 4, Venue at Home is perfect for busy people who want a quick, easy, and delicious meal option to share with your roommates or feed the whole family. Add on from our wide selection of appetizers, sides, desserts, alcohol, and more. Receive a discount on your meals by subscribing to get Venue at Home delivered every week. Visit venueathome.net to order today. That's venueathome.net.
Your home should not be a zoo to unwelcomed animals. Let the experts at Bats to Rats take care of those problems. Dane has been a leader in wildlife and pest management and prevention in Lincoln and the surrounding area for 15 years. and can help you get rid of bats, rodents, and anything else. Whether it's residential or commercial buildings, schools, apartments, or churches, they're always a phone call away. Call today at 402-310-0904 or visit batsterats.com. Bats to Rats Wildlife Control and Prevention.
There's not many things worse than having plumbing issues at your home or business, but it's even worse if the problem isn't fixed correctly. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time, and they specialize in several things: general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, sewer and water underground repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. That's Select Plumbing at 402-560-6197.
Hey guys, looking for that extra confidence when it's time to have fun? Let me tell you about BlueChew.com. BlueChew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. BlueChew tablets help men combat all forms of ED. BlueChew is an online prescription service, so no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. And it ships right to your door in a discreet package. The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com. Consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. The best part? It's all done online. Don't like swallowing pills? No problem here. BlueChew's tablets are chewable. BlueChew's tablets are made in the USA, and they prepare and ship direct, so it's cheaper than a pharmacy. And here's a special deal for our listeners. Try BlueChew free when you use our promo code TICKET at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com, promo code TICKET to receive your first month free.
Back to Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Call now 464-5685. Team Nick or Team Nah. I've got two scenes to choose from. We've got Jay signed some cards for us. We're going to give those away. If you win, we'll do that. Tim is on the line. Tim, how are you today?
Great, guys. How are we doing?
Good. Okay, so I'll read the scene, and you tell me if you think Nick will know the scene or not. Okay? Here goes.
Okay.
Sunshine. I don't scratch my head unless it itches, and I don't dance unless I hear some music. This is no democracy. Attitude reflects leadership. Captain. Tim, do you think Nick knows this movie or nah?
No way. Nah.
He said no way.
Congratulations, Tim. You're correct. I don't know it. I don't know stuff, man. Tim, hold on tight. We'll grab your info here.
It's Remember the Titans.
Oh, okay. I do know. I've seen that movie a ton.
Oh, I gave you a layup, bruh.
You need to realize
I gave you a layup.
that reading scripts does nothing.
Run it up, Herman. You still wouldn't know.
No, I need to hear it. I need to hear it.
Attitude, Captain. You don't remember Julius Campbell?
I know the movie. I've seen the movie tons of times. But hearing lines, I don't. It doesn't ring a bell.
Imagine that.
Just for grins and giggles, I'm going to try one more. Okay?
Okay.
Ready? Can I get you something? That's my full butter laying me to the bone. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Cutter say he can't hang. Oh, stewardess. Oh, good. He said he's in great pain and he wants to know if you can help him. Mofo don't speak no jive. Don't know no jive. Nick?
No clue.
I don't even know that. What is that?
Airplane. It's the scene
I was going to say airplane, yeah.
It's the scene where they can
I was going to say that, or what is it, Soul Plane or whatever.
Yes,
but I was like, I know Nick don't know that one. Because he don't watch it. You never watched BET Uncut, did you, Nick?
No.
You still ain't watched it.
You need to Google that. Nelly tip drill.
Right? Right?
Hey, one of my, you know what's funny? I know I told the story. You know, one of my teammates is in that video.
No.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he got the bucket hat on, and he went down. That was back when AirTran first started, or first kind of
you did tell that one.
Yeah. And so after we get Victory Mondays, so you could catch an AirTran flight out of Buffalo. Say we played, so it was 1 o'clock game, be done at 4:30. You could catch an 8 o'clock flight, probably be, down in Atlanta, 11 o'clock. And then, you could come back Tuesday, afternoon. I remember seeing it on BET Uncut. I was like, dang. I called my boy Bryson. I was like, hey, man, that look like our boy, right? He's like, nah. And then like with BET Uncut, it always come on like at crazy time, so it'd only be on like once a week.
Right.
So you had to wait the whole next week. And then once I found it was going to be on, we stayed up, and I seen him that next week. I was like, dog, that's you in that video.
You got caught on AirTran, bro.
Yeah.
You got caught on AirTran. You got caught on AirTran. From the text line, it's just
blasted.
Yo, you just hang loose, bud. Mama come back with the medic. No, it's that was the Beavers' mom, Barbara Billingsley, who plays in the scene. So we got to get.
You ever seen Wedding Crashers, Nick?
Parts of it.
You ever seen the one where we got a stage 5 clinger?
Mm-mm.
You've only seen parts of it? What?
Yeah, when it's been on like TBS and stuff.
Oh.
So okay,
okay. I mean, come on, man.
So what do you watch?
Oh, okay. So right
what
now,
do you watch?
Let's see. So there's a really good series called White Collar that I watched on Hulu. I've seen that quite a bit.
So you watching Meghan Markle from like
This dude said I seen it quite a bit.
like it's not on air. It's not anymore. It was like 10 years ago. It started.
White Collar?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know.
Okay, keep going.
I gotta think of some stuff here because I don't watch a lot. Criminal Minds is up there.
Okay.
Law and Order SVU is up there.
you watching Ice-T or no?
Yeah, of course.
Or do you watch the Alan Anderson version?
No. Ice-T's on there.
Okay. All right.
Ooh. I don't watch a ton of The Office. Yeah. Say anything from The Office and I'll know it.
Do you find The Office funny?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You do?
Yeah. You cannot look at me with a straight face, Jay, and say that you don't find The Office funny.
It's okay.
Really?
I like what's his name? Steve Carroll?
Yeah.
I like him. I like him better than 40-Year-Old Virgin though. You ever watch that?
No, we've talked about this. No, I have not.
When are
How
you
have
gonna
you
watch
not
it?
watched that?
I don't know. I'm not a big movie guy. Like I just movies don't excite me.
But all it is 4 of the Office shows together. So it's like say it's 2 hours.
Yeah, but here's the thing:
and you were watching TBS.
Saved by the Bell. I liked that one.
But you watch TBS, right? So you
not anymore. No, not anymore. I'm saying that was back in the day when my family did not have cable, and we got channel 22 was the highest channel. So we got the Nebraska Westland football games, but that was as high as we got. Then BTN came out. I remember the Nebraska Fresno State game, the one Amir Abdullah returned the kickoff. I remember that one being like really, really fuzzy. We had the radio on in front of the TV, but the TV was on, but we couldn't get audio on the TV, so we were fuzzy.
I got you.
And so that's how we watched the first game on BTN for Nebraska Fresno
How many
State.
years ago was that?
Oh boy. 8.
Okay, so 8 years ago. We're talking about 2021.
I'm just saying. I'm just telling you what I don't. Yeah, we're cheering.
Don says all I'm hearing now is that there should be a ticket movie night at the Joyo every Friday or Saturday night after football season.
That should be like party. That should be part of like your.
Can we do like a Knicks reviews?
Absolutely.
Knicks night at the movies.
No.
I would.
Knicks night at the movies.
You have to watch the movie we want you to watch because you will go and watch some movies that nobody knows, and then you come in here and be like, "Why don't you watch?"
To recap, so have you seen 48 Hours?
Took too long. No.
The TV show.
No, the movie.
No, I have not.
Have you seen
Beverly Hills Cop?
Nope.
Coming to America?
Yes.
Okay.
Which one?
Both.
Seen
Actually.
both. Okay.
Seriously?
Yeah.
There's a hope. There's some hope.
Just what, Nick? I'm telling you, man.
Have you seen
Just
Life?
when we think you can't get any lower, you bring yourself out of the depths of hell.
Here's
because I would have thought you watched Beverly Hills Cop in 48 hours before Coming to America.
Oh no. Coming to America was on TBS.
So you don't
right?
So you don't go to the movies.
And then
No.
Then he just brought himself back down to right there.
No,
because
I will say, like Thursday night, I've never done this, but I wish I could. Part of it was because I worked 5 to 9 every single night or on Thursdays, but like $5 movies, college night at the movie theater. I would
You know
go.
what we need to do?
This is the first.
We need to. He gonna kill me. Well, I'm gonna say it. Here's what we should do. Okay. Here's what we need to do. Okay.
Here we go.
We need to have a contest. All right. We have to have contests out there. Find old babyface gangster Nick. Go on a date. Nothing like, nothing. Just everything. Just I don't know. Was it platonic or informal? They go to a movie. Get somebody to sponsor a little dinner, and then you get a movie review. That's what we need to do.
What if we just do a movie review without all the extra stuff?
No.
No, don't let us hook you up.
Why make it?
No, don't let us hook you up like that. The nerve. Like, okay, so
how dare you?
Listeners, if you would. If anybody wants to sponsor,
we have one that we know that we got in the kitty for you. In the right in the kitty. Is that what they call in the kitty? Right? Is that what the kitty? Right? That's the saying in the kitty, right? Okay.
Right.
In the kitty or the back pocket with a 2 in a hand, knock one out, or
here's
2
a question
birds in a
for
hand.
you.
What?
What if it works after the first one, after the first date, and there's no reason for anybody to continue going to movie reviews?
Why not?
Well, hold on. Well, then if you like this young lady,
take her to a second
then
movie.
then you guys would have your movie reviews.
Like take
so
a second movie.
it'd be a couple thing.
We
both review it.
We could turn.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
What? Okay, so what you have to learn is
Because your take on 40-year-old virgin, and I'm assuming her take on 40-year-old virgin, your take on 48 hours, and her take on 48 hours, I can almost guarantee you is the difference between A and Z.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
But these
And
are
that
the
would
one
be-
only
and that
at the movie theater.
Okay, so again, listeners, if you want to sponsor Nick's movie night and review, and it's coming, so you got
You have to
buy 2 tickets.
Sponsor. You got to first of all, we need 2 types of listeners. We need one to find his movie review partner.
Oh, and the sponsor gets to pick the movie.
Do I get to choose whether or not I want to go on this date?
No, you're going. We'll choose you go with.
Perfect. Okay, I need some say in here. I need a little bit of breathing
You're
room.
getting like a.
You're so lucky. You're so lucky because
he would have see. Look, this is good. See, I'm letting you know. See, Nick. Here's the deal. Since you haven't seen 48 Hours the movie. I'm sure you've seen. Have you seen 48 Hours the show?
Yeah.
Have you seen? You know how they have good cop, bad cop?
Yeah.
In there.
So the interrogation.
Yeah. So that was bad cop. Where he wasn't going to give. I can tell you this right now. He wasn't going to give you any say.
Oh, I know. I've known him long enough.
So I stepped in there and saved you. Okay. So now you got some say.
Yeah.
So let's just remember the story that I told you about my dad, and he said, "Listen here, this is a democracy.
Yeah.
Until you turn it into a dictatorship. He's already at dictatorship. I'm giving you somewhat of a democracy.
Perfect.
Here. Okay,
So
good.
the listeners,
hey, listen here, Nick. Just don't mess it up. Just don't say anything more besides yes. If I give you a wink, just when I give you that, just stop talking.
Okay, I will.
So text line, you can text in, you can call in if you want 464-5685. Your 2 tickets, 2 popcorns, Jay, or 1 popcorn. Do we make them share? No, it's a pandemic.
Just give 2 popcorns.
2 of the large, so we can get
2 large popcorns, 2 large.
Well, I like how you thinking.
2 large drinks.
Hey,
2 large drinks.
We're going to economy up here. Like
We'll do it once a week. And we'll have Nick's night out and movie review. We'll do that. We'll throw the break. We'll come back. There's still more to talk about this because I'm not done yet.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome to Friendly Neighbors. Welcome to maintenance-free living. Welcome to Carriage Glen. Welcome home. It's everything you'd want in an active 55-plus rental community right here in Lincoln. Spacious floor plans, numerous amenities, beautiful surroundings near Holmes Lake, and much more. Plus, with Carriage Glen's current move-in special, you can save thousands if you act now. Carriage Glen invites you to take a personal tour or visit them online at carriageglenoflincoln.com. Discover the place you'll love to call home.
Your home should not be a zoo to unwelcomed animals. Let the experts at Bats to Rats take care of those problems. Dane has been a leader in wildlife and pest management and prevention in Lincoln and the surrounding area for 15 years. He can help you get rid of bats, rodents, and anything else. Whether it's residential or commercial buildings, schools, apartments, or churches, they're always a phone call away. Call today at 402-310-0904 or visit batstoRats.com. Bats to Rats Wildlife Control and Prevention.
Uncle Tim, some friends and I are getting together this weekend. Can you buy us some alcohol?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Come on, it'll be low-key. My friends always say you're cooler than other adults.
Oh, well, all right. But don't let your mother find out and don't get caught. Hello, officer. What can I help you with?
Are you the uncle of Samantha?
Yes. Is she okay?
You're under arrest for procuring alcohol from minors. One of the minors drove drunk and killed the mother of 2 last night in a crash. You're looking at up to 3 years in jail and a $10,000 fine.
Don't make the same mistake he did. We need you to be the responsible adult. Underage drinking, adult consequences. There's no free ride if you provide. Learn more at projectextramile.org.
Sponsored by Region 6, Nebraska DHHS, and SAMHSA. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association at this station.
The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese Beef is Lincoln's newest full-service butcher shop, offering premium fresh-cut steaks and house-made sausages daily from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. They exclusively carry certified Piedmontese beef raised right here in Nebraska. When shopping at the Mercado, you're not only supporting local, but also enjoying the official beef of Nebraska Athletics. With prime-grade tenderness and unparalleled nutritionals, your backyard barbecue is about to get a serious upgrade. Stop into the Mercado today, located off 84th and Havelock in Lincoln.
Venue at Home is your answer for locally made, freshly prepared meals delivered to your door every week. Our meals come ready to heat and eat. With sizes for 2 people or 4, Venue at Home is perfect for busy people who want a quick, easy, and delicious meal option to share with your roommates or feed the whole family. Add on from our wide selection of appetizers, sides, desserts, alcohol, and more. Receive a discount on your meals by subscribing to get Venue at Home delivered every week. Visit venueathome.net to order today. That's venueathome.net.
Want to get a hot and perfect body fast? It's so easy. All you have to do is eat lots of bananas, but peels only. And always be sweating, but never look sweaty. That's disgusting.
Don't follow extreme routines. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness. Now through September 16th, join for just $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. And get back to a real routine with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join today for $1 down, $10 a month, and cancel anytime. Hurry, deal ends September 16th. See Club for details.
Now that Ken Richards has purchased Broker's Agency, he and his professional staff will continue to provide their clients with the same excellent service under the Broker's Insurance Agency name. Broker's Insurance Agency works with more than 15 companies to help find the best policy for you to avoid any long hassles. Also, if you're looking to get into the insurance business as an independent agent, they have the formula to make that process smooth and successful. Call Ken with Broker's Insurance Agency today at 402-420-5353 or visit brokersinsuranceNE.com.
Do you know the signs of an opioid overdose? Talk to your physician and pharmacist about naloxone, a drug used to safely reverse an opioid overdose. I'm Dr. Rob Rhodes, a Nebraska family practice physician. Be Opie Ready and download a free overdose support tool, the Opie Rescue app. Search Opie Ready for more information.
Paid for by the CDC. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services and aired in cooperation with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Dakota says, well, that's going to be a $50 minimum with large popcorns involved.
Yeah, I mean, movies these days is crazy.
No, we're making it cheaper because Thursday nights are $5 movie nights for college kids.
Yeah, that's right. We forget you're a little college kid. How old are you?
20.
Do you know who this is in the background singing?
Oh yeah.
Who?
It's not Brothers Johnson.
But why did you jump out and say yeah when you didn't know?
Because I put these together, so I should know.
Yep.
Junior.
That's right. I wanted to say something about juice.
Junior. I need to get you some Orange Juice Jones.
Oh, that's what you need to listen to before you go on a date is Orange Juice Jones.
See, don't touch that coat.
Yeah. You played yourself.
You don't know that one, do you? You don't know Orange Juice Jones?
Nope.
I saw you standing in the rain, walking hand in hand.
Still no.
No? No.
Nope.
I'm worried about you, bro.
I'm just fine. Somebody said I lived a sheltered life. I did not. I don't think I did.
You actually did.
That's fine.
You actually did. You
okay with that though, Nick?
You actually
all
did.
Good.
Like, have you cleansed yourselves in the waters of Lake Minnetonka?
Oh, don't tell me what movie that's from. I should know that one.
Oh my god.
I've seen it. I have seen it.
You've seen this movie? You've seen this movie?
Yes.
First Avenue. First Avenue.
Lost it.
We need to find a way to get Nick to Minneapolis.
I want to go up there for the Husker game.
Because here's why.
Oh, he never come back.
Well, that'd be a personal choice. But it'd be good to bring him up to let him experience First Ave. because First Ave, they'll have a place, like the big part, they'll have a concert. So they either have a local artist or like a artist that's traveling through Minneapolis. So you could, I mean, sometimes Prince would just come in and do sets just out of nowhere. Just walk in and kick whoever's on the stage off, or he would just say, I'll be down in an hour and I'm about to do a set all night. So you got that, right, Nick?
Yeah.
Then in another little room, they have like a pop or whatever you would hear on the radio.
Glam Slam.
Right? Well, Glam Slam was a different club.
Mhm.
But First Ave, they have that. Then they got the place that I need to take you to, right? That's where they got the reggae and the hip hop, you know what I'm saying? And they got what I like to call the hieroglyphics up in the air. And we just have a good old time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Right? Because after you hit that club, you want to have the munchies just off the contact, and then we're gonna go grub.
All right.
Yeah. It'd be good for you, good experience for you. See, look, even if they think you sheltered, look where you end up right now, man. Would you ever envision when you were like 16 years old,
No.
14?
No.
That you would be hanging out with the triple OG?
Triple
DP?
OG. Triple OG.
No.
You don't know what that means.
I have an idea.
What does it mean?
Oh, we need to get to this text.
Oh
by
no,
Burger
I'm
King.
about to block. I'm about to block him for that
no.
blasphemy.
Oh no.
Talking about Prince is overrated. Man, get out of here.
Oh, you can't. You were gonna say that on air?
Right?
Any man that does a concert with chaps with the butt out is a full-fledged champion. You know what chaps are? Oh my gosh. We just gotta go. We have got to go. When is break? I mean, I can't even you don't know what chaps are? You serious?
So
you're from Nebraska and you don't know what chaps are?
I just need a picture.
So you be careful which picture you pull up.
Right.
You might change your life.
We're not doing that.
Google male chaps with the butt out.
So the first I'll tell before we go to break. So back when I was a freshman in college, it's 1980.
Mm-hmm.
Prince came to Richmond and performed, and Prince came out on stage and had on a trench coat, black thigh-high boots, and a G-string thong that was made of leather, and that was it. That was it. That was it. And Prince spent the first 20 minutes humping the piano. And the women in the place was crying. Was crying. Look, nobody left alone that night. Everybody left happy.
Here's another funny.
Hold that story. Hold that story. We'll throw the break. We'll hold that to the 5 o'clock hour. Jay's gonna take us old school after the break.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Lay the groundwork for more harvesting capacity when you order a new John Deere combine during Landmark Implement's early order program. Whether you're looking to improve your existing combine or you've been wanting to update to a new model year, now is the time to upgrade. Get the very latest harvesting equipment and technology that fit your operations needs, then get it ordered. You can get your new John Deere combine built just the way you want. Contact your local Landmark Implement for full details and experience the Landmark difference.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
A cold front moving through the region early this morning will bring gusty north winds, which could be as strong as 25 miles per hour, and it will cool our highs down somewhat. We'll look at an afternoon temperature of around 83. Heading into tonight, mainly clear, a low dropping all the way down to 55, and tomorrow more of the same, sunny with a high of 82. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Now that Ken Richards is Purchase Broker's agency, he and his professional staff will continue to provide their clients with the same excellent service under the Brokers Insurance Agency name. Brokers Insurance Agency works with more than 15 companies to help find the best policy for you to avoid any long hassles. Also, if you're looking to get into the insurance business as an independent agent, they have the formula to make that process smooth and successful. Call Ken with Brokers Insurance Agency today at 402-420-5353 or visit brokersinsuranceNE.com.
Hey guys, looking for that extra confidence when it's time to have fun? Let me tell you about BlueChew.com. BlueChew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. BlueChew tablets help men combat all forms of ED. BlueChew is an online prescription service, so no visits to the doctor's office. no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. And it ships right to your door in a discreet package. The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com. Consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. The best part? It's all done online. Don't like swallowing pills? No problem here. Blue Chew's tablets are chewable. Blue Chew's tablets are made in the USA, and they prepare and ship direct, so it's cheaper than a pharmacy. And here's a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code TICKET at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com, promo code TICKET to receive your first month free.
Hey, sports fans. Rico here with HIS Auto Care 70th and Van Dorn. Carfax recently awarded us as a top-rated auto service center for 2020, and Lincoln Choice Awards voted us as the 2021 top independent auto repair center. Call us at 402-488-8934 for superior service bumper to bumper. Mention this ad and get 7% off. Doesn't get any better than that. Rico for his Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Do you know the signs of an opioid overdose? Talk to your physician and pharmacist about naloxone, a drug used to safely reverse an opioid overdose. I'm Dr. Rob Rhodes, a Nebraska family practice physician. Be Opie Ready and download a free overdose support tool, the Opie Rescue app. Search Opie Ready for more information.
Paid for by the CDC. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services and aired in cooperation with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Uncle Tim, some friends and I are getting together this weekend. Can you buy us some alcohol?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Come on, it'll be low-key. My friends always say you're cooler than other adults.
Oh, well, all right. But don't let your mother find out and don't get caught. Hello, officer. What can I help you with?
Are you the uncle of Samantha?
Yes. Is she okay?
You're under arrest for procuring alcohol from minors. One of the minors drove drunk and killed the mother of 2 last night in a crash. You're looking at up to 3 years in jail and a $10,000 fine.
Don't make the same mistake he did. We need you to be the responsible adult. Underage drinking, adult consequences. There's no free ride if you provide. Learn more at projectextramile.org.
Sponsored by Region 6, Nebraska DHHS, and SAMHSA. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association at this station.
The party is back on in Lincoln this fall, and there's no party like the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show at Tipsy Tina's in the Haymarket. Join the whole ticket crew for 2.5 hours of pregame coverage before every home and away game this football season as they get you ready for the game. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show at Tipsy Tina's in the Haymarket. Sponsored by Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, Tractor Supply Distribution Center, T.O. Haas Tire and Auto, Planet Fitness, Barnwood and Leather, and Vitalize Health. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Coming at you live from the Koppel Chevrolet GMC studios. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Fires a pass, and it's intercepted by the Huskers at the 25, Jay Foreman. And Foreman takes it down to the 19-yard line.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Is it on yet, man?
Yes. You don't want me to turn it on during the intro because we talk during the intro.
People love the intro.
They can't hear what we talk about on the break.
Oh, we don't got hot mic.
No, we
don't want that.
No, we don't want. I can't ever tell that. I can't ever tell that Prince story on air ever.
Oh yeah. You can't. Yeah, you don't want that one.
No, I can't tell.
If I turn your mic on, it'll pick up.
Oh, DP's mic.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So
yeah, so it's kind of like contact smoke. Right?
yeah.
Right.
I just turn it on when we're.
He's like contact. You're right, Nick.
I just turn it on when we are all ready to talk.
I hear you. I hear you, man.
Jake,
hey, I'm gonna tell you. Listen here. I got this text. It said, "Who the heck is Nick that doesn't know anything about Purple Rain or Chaps with the Butt Out?" Okay, who is this Nick dude?
Yellow Chaps with the butt out.
I saw.
He
Jay
saw
showed me a picture.
Oh, you showed
it probably
him.
was on
Jay-
the feed because this thing's all up in my grill. So I was trying to show him.
He
I was like,
forgot. He was right here, and he
Right.
forgot to raise it up.
right. So I had to raise it up here, right?
He's showing
Right.
people in the text line.
Right.
The Prince is naked.
It's like when you it's just like when you go shopping for the kids and you showing it to your, you're going shopping for kids for Christmas. You got to show them the picture. You got to show them up here so they can't see. Niggas all got it all up in the 411.
Oh man, that's spectacular. You had a story you told.
Here's a great story about Prince, man. So when I first was playing in the NFL in the off season, I bought like me and a couple buddies. Like it was like 4 of us. We had all pitched in for Timberwolves tickets because that was back when they had Sam Cassell, Latrell Spinner, Sprewell, and KG and Tom. They were really good. And
they had Googs,
Gugliotta.
They had Googs,
Zerbiak. They had
Wallace.
Yeah,
Wallace, my boy.
Yeah, so they were good. So it was in the off season. So and this is when Jesse the Body Ventura was the governor. So Jesse the Body comes in. So the game starts, and I think they might have been playing the Lakers. And Jesse the Body comes in. Of course, he roused up the crowd. With some there were some calls that were questionable. He's doing all that.
Yeah.
So he's getting the crowd, excited or whatever. And it's a close game. And until Kobe decided and Shaq decided, all right, man, we're gonna send you home and we'll see you at the club later, right?
Yeah.
Well, anyways, the game, the crowd is starting to get into it, right? And Jesse the Body actually thought that he was doing it. Right, he was getting the crowd hype. And at one point he was
right,
but the reality was that the whole place stood up, and I was like, "Who the heck that walked in? You can't see him, right? It's Prince, because Prince in reality is like 5'0", right? And at this time, I think he was. I don't know if he didn't call it married, but he had a life partner, and she was like 6 foot. She was actually from Canada, I think, and she, good looking, young lady, had black hair. She was close to 6 foot, right? Prince came. I will never forget this, man, because I had trouble thinking. Like I was looking across, and I was like I thought the girl was the dude, because she came in with some jeans, like some form-fitted jeans on, whatever, and some high top like Nikes, right? Real like in just like a nice sweater, and it was wintertime, and a nice jacket. Prince comes in this bad boy, right? Fur coat, right? Like a little hat, some of the hat that maybe a female would wear, right? Right? Some high heels on, and the place went nuts. They stopped the game. Shaq and them over there pointing at him or whatever, and Jesse the Body on the other side thinking like, "Oh, it really wasn't me." And then he sat down, and Jesse the Body's like 6'4", so he went from like 6'4" to 5'4". Prince is 5'4", actually felt like 6'4". He sat down and was cool as a fan, and turned the whole place out.
So went to his crib, like we went to Paisley Park,
right?
And a part of the tour is you get to see his kitchen, and he had this little room that he ate in every day. And in that room, there was a big TV, and even on it. So what they did is they left it as it was when he left. And in playing on the TV is the WNBA Minnesota team, because he would watch his sports there in this little room at this little. And I'm just going, okay. So in DC, we got to feed him once. Got to feed him when he came in. He was on tour, and we got to feed him once. And to tell you, it's kind of like what Jay said. First of all, he's tiny. But he walked in to it was almost like I was looking at the clouds in the room, because it seemed like his feet weren't on the floor and they weren't moving.
Yeah.
But he was moving through the room. And I'm like, is this dude flying? Is this dude just like is he just floating through? And I went, this is the wild. And then what I also expected was the Prince, the high voice.
Right.
But what I got was, thank you for doing this today. And what? Wait a minute. He sounded like a dude. Wait a minute. And then his bodyguard did the thing. And Jamie Foxx, and there are a couple of comedians that talked about this. But his bodyguard will tell you, do not look Prince in the eye. Do not look him direct in the eye. And I'm like, well, that's childish. Like, what is that? But then they tell you, no, you're not ready for it. Don't look him in the eye. Don't look him in the eye. And he came through, and we had steaks, and he had special food that he wanted up in there. And when it was delivered, he said, are you going to bring me my food? Yes, sir. Mr. Prince? Like, are we going to do this? So he goes, bring some young ladies, please. Now, yeah, and that's the appropriate reaction is, what is going on here? Bring him up, the whole deal. He left the staff a $5,000 tip that night. Like he says, and he just drew the signal and he put it in an envelope. It was $5,000 cash. And he said, thank you. And he actually brought in one of my waitresses on stage with him the next night and had her dance with him to Sexy MF. And I thought, this is the baddest dude ever.
Yeah,
but you need to go to Minneapolis. You need to do that. Is there like a musical act that owns Lincoln?
Oh, Nick.
Is there a musical act that owns?
You need to ask Jake. Right? Where he
right?
at?
Oh, he's over there. There's got to be somebody that is monumental and people go crazy over. Okay. I'm
sure text line will help us.
OG Les says yellow leather, no beep, chaps. Yes, correct. Kip says, Jay, do you feel that Nebraska's been playing with fear in their mind? Some of these losses and even the first portion of Saturday's game felt to me like there was a scared energy around the team. It seems like some of the silly mistakes come from fear. Sir?
No, I think it's actually the opposite. I think these kids want to win so bad they almost want it too much, and I would say maybe like forcing it, right? And then that's where you kind of like get these like off-brand plays and off-brand situations. I don't think they're scared to win. If they were scared, they wouldn't be working hard. They'd be kind of going through the motions. They wouldn't be, adapting to having a better culture and trying to get it together. They wouldn't have, I'm sure, it's maybe, some of the speaks and not being wanting to be challenged. People, this is from my perspective, guys that are scared are, say scared to be great, right? That's what he's saying. So you get a lot of that with like younger kids, right? They're scared to work hard and they only want to go around and pounce on people that they can beat on, right? Well, we're not pouncing on anybody. So they're not scared. I just think that they really want to win. They desperately want to win. They want to make it right, not only for themselves and the university, but they just want to be part of a winning program and part of winning football games because they put a lot into it. So I don't think they're scared at all. I don't think they're, there's this thing where people always try to act like, like Nebraska doesn't want to win. Maybe when Mike Riley was here, homeboy was just chilling. So that might be true. Nobody down there is okay with losing. They're you know what I'm saying? So I don't think they're scared. I just think that, and he's probably talking about the Illinois game, but I think it's in some cases, guys trying to do too much. It's a learning experience. And, look, it's the first couple of years, I think there was a talent deficit. Okay. I think there was a mentality deficit. I think there was things that you were starting with that was not normal and not how can I say this? It wasn't you weren't left with where is it? And this has nothing. Take Scott out of it. Just say, oh, babyface gangster over here was the coach.
Okay.
What Grandpa Mike Riley was I shouldn't even say that. Let me go. Can we scratch that back? I can't. I got to take the pettiness out of my stuff.
Okay.
Right? What Mike Riley was nice. Mike was left with versus what Babyface Gangster or Scott Frost was left with are two different things. And this is what people don't understand is like the ability to win 9 games, even though the 3 or 4 losses were bludgeoning. Beat the brakes off is a lot different than when you hand over something like I have just emptied anything winning out of your program for 3 years or 4 years or however long he was here, and then here you go. You got guys that were contemplating whether they wanted to, when he was here, deciding whether I'll go to practice, I'll work hard. No, if I feel like it, and all the other things that what I call cashing your scholarship check. And then it takes a while because, really, to be honest with you, a lot of kids, and this is all the way down, only know what they don't know. And what that means is like, and this has nothing to do with Nebraska. It has to do with other places where if you only know what Nice Mike taught you, then you might deem that as normal. You know what I'm saying? So here's an example. So say like you go buy a company, right? And say the starting time is at 8, just practical purposes. But if people roll in at 8:30, 9, 10 for 3 or 4 years, and then you be like, dude, 8 o'clock is 8, not 8:01, not 8:05. They're gonna view what you're doing as like totally the opposite until they see like when you start on time, you work 8 to 5, 8 to 6, whatever it may be. You're going to be more productive, blah, blah, blah. So it takes some time. And so, I don't think they're scared. I don't think anybody's coaching scared. I think a lot of the things that get out there, like people they're bored and they just feel like, making up stuff. I mean,
by people, who do you mean?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I just think that, it
could be fans. It could be
fans
media,
or whatever.
Like
is that people got a lot of time on their hands. And some of the stuff that is just crazy, like, oh, well, Nebraska's scared to win. Oh, well, hold on, dude. I mean, people sometimes don't think before they say it. And if you think it so much, you definitely can believe it. And so when we were talking like last week, like sometimes you can go watch something with already your answer and what you see already in your mind. You know what I'm saying? By no means do I think Nebraska should have lost the game or, Illinois was better than Nebraska. There's some reasons why they did. It was, and there's also reasons why it was an advantage for Illinois to play that game, how they played it and when they played it. You play them in week 2 or week 1 and you flip the schedule. It's a totally different in my outcome. But I also know that in week 0, whatever heck it was, we still should have won the game and could have won the game. But at the end of the day, you are like Bill Parcells. I love Bill Parcells. He always said you are what your record is, unfortunately, and there's always some things that go into it. But realistically, you are what you're. We're 1-1. You got a great opportunity to take on a team that's wanting to make a name for themselves, or Buffalo's already kind of like a known entity, but like kind of.
Well, you're not going to build your rep on. I'm not going to let anybody build their rep on me.
Right, you got a team that wants to come in here and shock the world, or be one of the first things that you see on a college review of the weekend show, and then you got a team that's looking to blow do what they need to do, and that's Nebraska. And it's something that it's a game that's highly winnable. That you should be excited about it. I mean, I know if I was playing, which obviously I'm not, but a team that's going to come in here and try to like run the ball. I mean, it is tailor made for that type of game. So I think that it'll all work itself out. I don't think that anybody's scared. I think they're excited. I think they are welcoming the challenge, and we'll see what happens on Saturday.
You mentioned talent, so the talent left for Riley and back in those days. And you said the cupboard was bare when Scott took over. Where do you think this year's talent measures compared to what was left
Well, I think it's totally different. I mean, here's what people don't understand about recruiting and talent, right? You're only like, if Jay Foreman's a 2-star recruit and I end up developing into an all-conference player or whatever, well, actually, I'm a 5-star recruit, right? Because I came in your program, I did what I needed to do, and then I ended up leaving obviously better than I was, right? Conversely, you could come in as a 4-star and not take it upon yourself to do what you need to do to add more, bullets to your holster or in your, gun or whatever to be a better player. So you never know what type of recruiting class you have until, again, like I said, they welcome competition. The ability to deal with, adversity, deal with failure, to find a way to kind of, not just be one-dimensional, but add to your game, get better at something every year, every practice, every week, every game, every season. And then you got to, hit on some guys that you need that should be your guarantee guys. You got to hit on guys that people don't know about. You got to hit on guys that, in the middle. And then
and guys that want to actually play for you.
Yeah, and guys that actually want to play for you and then actually want to play football. And see, there's a big discrepancy from back when we played, where we were just playing football because that's what we love to do. Whereas in the recruiting process really wasn't. It's not even close, right? So you got to think, for the first time, I remember it was a big deal back in it was like August 1st. You could finally get a phone call, and it was like your senior year, right? In August, right? These guys have been recruited, and I'm assuming had some sort of relationship with the coaches that are recruiting them, towards the end of their process for sometimes like years.
I got it recruited in April of my senior year.
Right. So, it's so much different where we were just playing football. And sometimes you get guys that like getting recruited more than they like playing football. And some, you can never measure the heart of a person, the coachability of a person, and who really likes IQ as well. Yeah. But I think you can get around IQ if you curtail things to them, because everybody learns the difference. People that really, really like competition, right, to compete, you can't measure that. You know what I'm saying?
You can see it.
You can see it, but you can't measure it, because some people only like what we talked about, right? There's a lot of people that have some people only like playing against teams that they can beat, right? So there's teams that like whether it's football or like youth sports, where they'll just go around and they'll just get it, grab all the best players, right? Throw some jerseys on them and go just run through everybody, right? But until you go to Michigan, Oklahoma, Texas, wherever, and then everything reality hits, right? The lights really come on. But if you really like to compete, you're gonna find ways to take whatever you're dealt with to do it, and you're gonna welcome the competition. You're not gonna say, well, why am I not giving it? Why don't you just go take it?
Can I ask you if it means as much to today's player as it did to teams back in the 90s?
I think it's probably just on an individual basis. I know they have a lot of guys down there that love football. I'm pretty sure, and so I think it means as much to them. It's different though. You can't, like I said, people want 90s results without what it took.
Well,
and that's the fans,
90s
right?
Work.
That's the fans, but it's hard to ask me that, because we were winning and it was kind of like turnkey. When I got here, it was like you get in line or you just stick out like a sore thumb. So it's a lot different. And you didn't have, I just wish I would under somebody could like get the total number of transfers in a year in like 1995 throughout the whole Power 5 conferences, versus you could get to campus. Heck, you can play a few games, right? And then jump in the transfer portal and be somewhere else in January. It's totally different. Whereas you had to sit out a whole year if you went from Nebraska.
From in my transfer year, I had to sit out.
Right, you got to sit out a whole year. But now you get a free transfer. So Justin Fields went from Georgia to Ohio State somehow, didn't miss a beat.
Burrow,
right?
You can go through the list of players.
So it's totally different.
Who transferred and moved. I'll put a pin there because I do want to go. Stay tuned because over the next hour, to bring you some of the conversation, imagine Jay Foreman talking to Trey McGowan.
Yeah.
I want that discussion to happen.
Me talk to Trey?
Yeah. Because for what Trey can do for this program in this university, what you've done for this for that program in this university,
right?
I think the bridge starts to happen. And then just for grins and giggles and just to show off, at 6 o'clock, it'll be Jay Foreman, Eric Strickland, and Trey McGowan. That's all I'm saying. Let them know the best sports radio in town is going live. We'll be right back.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Keep your home comfort system running efficiently with ESP from Bryant. Get total system checks twice each year and never pay overtime on service calls. Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. Call 467-1111.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by Security First Bank. A relationship you can count on.
A cold front moving through the region early this morning will bring gusty north winds, which could be as strong as 25 miles per hour, and it will cool our highs down somewhat. We'll look at an afternoon temperature of around 83. Heading into tonight, mainly clear, a low dropping all the way down to 55, and tomorrow more of the same, sunny with a high of 82. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Eustace Body Shop, the health and safety of team members, customers, and the communities they serve is of utmost importance. All locations remain open and committed to serving customers. For the safety of customers, Eustace Body Shop has an online estimating tool to assess damages without bringing your car to the shop. When you're ready for repairs, they'll pick up your vehicle, complete repairs, and sanitize the interior before delivering it to you. Eustace Body Shop thanks you for your support and looks forward to serving you as we navigate these difficult times. Details at eusticebodyshop.com.
Your home should not be a zoo to unwelcomed animals. Let the experts at Bats to Rats take care of those problems. Dane has been a leader in wildlife and pest management and prevention in Lincoln and the surrounding area for 15 years. He can help you get rid of bats, rodents, and anything else. Whether it's residential or commercial buildings, schools, apartments, or churches, they're always a phone call away. Call today at 402-310-0904 or visit batstoRats.com. Bats to Rats Wildlife Control and Prevention.
Uncle Tim, some friends and I are getting together this weekend. Can you buy us some alcohol?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Come on, it'll be low-key. My friends always say you're cooler than other adults.
Oh, well, all right. But don't let your mother find out and don't get caught. Hello, officer. What can I help you with?
Are you the uncle of Samantha?
Yes. Is she okay?
You're under arrest for procuring alcohol from minors. One of the minors drove drunk and killed the mother of two last night in a crash. You're looking at up to 3 years in jail and a $10,000 fine.
Don't make the same mistake he did. We need you to be the responsible adult. Underage drinking, adult consequences. There's no free ride if you provide. Learn more at projectextramile.org.
Sponsored by Region 6, Nebraska DHHS, and SAMHSA. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association at this station.
Tired of interrupted printing or money-wasting long-term copier contract? Join Cartridge World's no-cost printer program. You get a free brand printer, free service maintenance and repair, free delivery. All this for just buying our high-quality, affordable printer cartridges. Simple agreements and a local-friendly service, as it has been for more than 25 years. Cartridge World. Contact us today.
Last year, the average starting pay for an SCC truck driver training program graduate was $44,720. Southeast Community College can now make that a reality in only 8 weeks with its professional truck driver training class starting in October. SCC's fleet of 12 trucks and professional instructors will prepare you for a new career. You'll end the course with your Class A CDL. Learn more about SCC's professional truck driver training class at southeast.edu/truckdriver. SCC, your path to possible.
The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese Beef is Lincoln's newest full-service butcher shop, offering premium fresh-cut steaks and house-made sausages daily from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. They exclusively carry certified Piedmontese beef raised right here in Nebraska. When shopping at the Mercado, you're not only supporting local, but also enjoying the official beef of Nebraska Athletics. With prime grade tenderness and unparalleled nutritionals, your backyard barbecue is about to get a serious upgrade. Stop into the Mercado today, located off 84th and Havelock in Lincoln.
The professional bull riders return. Bigger, better, bolder. For an all-new 2021 season.
Maybe the impossible can happen.
Join us for the PBR Cooper Tires Take the Money and Ride. October 23rd and 24th at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Get tickets now at PBR.com and Ticketmaster.com. And find out what it means to be cowboy. Head to your local O'Reilly Auto Parts for a discount on PBR tickets.
Back to Old School with DP and J. Presented by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese.
Again, the things that are said off air. What we're going to do, Trey McGowan's is about 8 minutes away, so we're going to do a short segment here, and then we'll go long towards the end of it. Couple of things from the text line, Jay.
Yes.
Jay says, what was your reaction to the offense running a little option football? That's from Mike.
I mean, it's cool. I mean, it's, the more that you got, the more that you can do and execute. And, the more that the defense or other team in the future or other teams in the future got to prepare for. So it was good and new wrinkle and, looked pretty good.
Which team should feel better about themselves after Saturday? Oklahoma almost losing to Tulsa, or the Huskers in their romp over Fordham?
Oh, I mean, look, anytime you win, you need to feel good. Really, I don't know how Oklahoma should feel. That's their problems, and Nebraska should just, they should be, look, they did what they're supposed to do, which people should be happy about, because the opposite could be they didn't do what they're supposed to do, and it was a barn burner. So they handled business accordingly, and on to the next, giving haircuts.
When you next is the thing, and Buffalo, a change in their resume and a change in their reputation. Right, it's been elevated a little bit. Where do you stand on it? Is this Buffalo team more talented than Nebraska?
I don't know. I haven't watched them, so look, everybody's going to be talented. There's parity in college football. But I like Nebraska's chances. I don't really care if they're talented or not. Look, every week is, I know it sounds like cliche or whatever, but as long as Nebraska does what they're supposed to do, they'll be fine. I haven't watched one thing at Buffalo. At the end of the day, if Nebraska goes out and plays to their capabilities, then they'll be just fine. Doesn't matter who they're playing. Buffalo's probably got talent. I know they've got a good run of consistent seasons. They're definitely a respectable program versus like when I was in the NFL, we picked up a guy from the University of Buffalo named Drew Haddad, and he played 4 or 5 years where they didn't really have anybody. I'm sure they got plenty of capable players that have been trained and developed, but ultimately Nebraska just needs to handle their business and everything else to be taken care of.
Is this team talented enough to handle their business and be competitive the rest of the schedule?
Well, yeah, why wouldn't they? Look, are
you good enough do you think this group is good enough in the quarterback room?
Yeah, good enough in quarterback room. People, we're in the second week of the season. Everybody's, questioning a quarterback.
And I'll go through each room. So it's
I think they're finding it good enough to win. They just need to be consistent. So every room needs to be consistent. But you can't play any position, especially quarterback, where you're dependent on a lot of other people to be successful. Everybody else has got to pull their weight.
Running back room.
Yeah, I think so.
Receiving room.
I think so.
O-line.
I think so.
D-line.
I think so.
Linebacker.
I think so. For sure.
Defensive backfield.
Oh, for sure.
Kicking game.
Yes.
Return game.
Yes. Better be. Yeah, better be. No. To be honest with you, I think they've played better on special teams than it looked at times. But I think they're coming around. I think they're going to have a breakthrough to where then they're going to be really a factor. So they, I mean, it's like I said, it sounds like the same thing, but as long as Nebraska handles their business and stays out of their own way, you're not going to worry about can so and so or so and so room win. It all would take care of itself. The only time questions come is when Nebraska punches themselves in the face in a prize fight. That's where the questions come from. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like people can who's calling plays? Well, I mean, who's calling plays? Who's calling defenses? Who's calling the special teams plays? Well, if they're not being executed, it doesn't really matter what play is called. You know what I'm saying? Like I call it the ABCs walking and chew gum. As long as Nebraska does the ABCs and walking and chewing gum, they'll be fine. Is that any disrespect to Buffalo? No, that's just what the real deal is. Buffalo knows it. Buffalo knows if Nebraska comes to play, they ain't winning the game. They deep down know it. What Illinois knows the same thing. Now, if you give them a game, they're gladly going to take it. But if Nebraska doesn't give them the game and Nebraska comes out there and handles their business, Buffalo ain't winning the game. I have no problem saying it until proven otherwise. And if they play a game, if they play Saturday and Buffalo plays their game and Nebraska plays up to their capabilities and Buffalo wins, I'll eat crow, but that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, I kind of
that ain't gonna happen.
I agree with all of that because there are matchups that are there for what Nebraska wants to do, and I know you don't.
Right.
You don't.
Yeah, it's not about matchups though. It's about, to me, the matchups. Yes, they matter, right? So if you have one, if there's something that's a big difference, correct. But at the end of the day, if Nebraska handles their business Monday through Friday, and then doubles down on it on Saturday on 2:30 in front of a sold out, another sellout at Nebraska, people actually get some libations in their system. Nick, you gonna have some libations?
He's only 20.
He's only 20. Also, you never drink. You wait until you drink. Right? We're gonna go on your. Well, that's another one. We could do your bar crawl.
That wouldn't even be fair.
That wouldn't even be fair because
No,
you wouldn't even make it past like 10.
No, that would,
right. Yeah, but so they'll be ready to go. So just gotta go out there and execute. Now, is Buffalo gonna be a challenge? Of course. Are they gonna make plays? Of course. But that's just football. It's no different in basketball. It's no different in baseball or hockey. They handle their business. They'll be fine. What happens, or what's been the Achilles heel of Nebraska, is you go in and you kind of play down to their level or something like that. So just go out there and do their thing.
We'll throw the break when we come back. Let's bring in some more talent. Let's bring in Trey McGowan.
Yeah, somebody way more talented than me and you.
Oh, that's why you bring him around. Right. Trey McGowan's is up next.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
There's not many things worse than having plumbing issues at your home or business, but it's even worse if the problem isn't fixed correctly. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time, and they specialize in several things: general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, sewer and water underground repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. That's Select Plumbing at 402-560-6197.
Hey guys, looking for that extra confidence when it's time to have fun? Let me tell you about BlueChew.com. BlueChew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. BlueChew tablets help men combat all forms of ED. BlueChew is an online prescription service, so no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. And it ships right to your door in a discreet package. The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com. Consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. The best part? It's all done online. Don't like swallowing pills? No problem here. Blue Chew's tablets are chewable. Blue Chew's tablets are made in the USA, and they prepare and ship direct, so it's cheaper than a pharmacy. And here's a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code TICKET at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com, promo code TICKET, to receive your first month free. free.
The party is back on in Lincoln this fall, and there's no party like the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show at Tipsy Tina's in the Haymarket. Join the whole ticket crew for 2.5 hours of pregame coverage before every home and away game this football season as they get you ready for the game. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show at Tipsy Tina's in the Haymarket. Sponsored by Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, Tractor Supply Distribution Center, T.O. Haas Tire and Auto, Planet Fitness, Barnwood and Leather, and Vitalize Health.
Monday nights are now famous for something else. Powerball. That's right. Powerball is adding Monday nights to the lineup, so you have more days to play. Plus, with a starting jackpot in the millions, you don't want to pass up this chance to score a bundle of money. Get pumped for Powerball with drawings Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday.
Powerball from the Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds 1 in 292 million.
The professional bull riders return. Bigger, better, bolder. For an all-new 2021 season.
Maybe the impossible could happen.
Join us for the PBR Cooper Tires Take the Money and Ride. October 23rd and 24th at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Get tickets now at PBR.com and Ticketmaster.com and find out what it means to be cowboy. Head to your local O'Reilly Auto Parts for a discount on PBR tickets.
Tired of interrupted printing or money-wasting long-term copier contract? Join Cartridge World's no-cost printer program. You get a free brand printer, free service maintenance and repair, free delivery. All this for just buying our high-quality, affordable printer cartridges. Simple agreements and a local-friendly service, as it has been for more than 25 years. Cartridge World. Contact us today.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
McGowan's able to throw it down. If he's one thing, he is very tough. And McGowan's beats Reavers and draws the foul.
Nebraska wants to do is get out in transition. They'll do it here again. Look out, McGowan's got it.
And a good job by McGowan's of maintaining verticality. Really good job defensively.
Oh my goodness, Trey McGowan's exploding to the rim to bring the Huskers within 2.
Let's bring him in. Let's bring in Trey. Mr. McGowan. How are you, kind sir? Get him in there. You got a good level? Let's get you in tight. There we go.
Y'all can hear me?
There we go.
All right, cool.
That's money. First of all, thank you for doing it. It's busy times. Busy day. What's the day like normally?
I mean, I wake up early because I like to get up shots before practice. So I wake up like 6:30. Walk the dog, do everything I need to do.
What kind of dog you got? Wait a minute. You got to bury the lead. We dog people. What do you got?
I got a Labradoodle.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We saw that they stole Cam's dog this weekend.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's shady. Shady. Okay. So 6:30 shots are up. Then what?
Well, we had lift starting at 8, practice probably like 9:30. Cold tub, went home, took a nap, hour and a half, 2 hours. Got up, then went back to the gym, stuff like that. Now I'm here.
Jay, you see this dude, right?
Right.
Like this is the change we've been waiting for. Like the basketball program has the opportunity to elevate.
Sure.
And this is the change. Now people are looking at the full roster. I'll ask you, first of all, when you had the ability and option to choose where you could play, why did you choose Nebraska?
I mean, Coach Matt, really, that was probably the biggest reason, just the relationship we had developed, start from high school, and then really just developed it with Bryce. He was still recruiting Bryce because St. John's is my second option out of high school. So, I mean, Coach Matt recruited me while he was there. He was the main guy. So I kind of talked to him quite often. My family developed a great relationship with him. And then Hoiberg, their history at Iowa State, his history in the league, And then just PBA, they were just telling me all about PBA and what's that going to be like come October 31st.
Yeah.
Colorado. So I'm just super excited.
So you haven't. That's right. You haven't
Oh, you haven't
experienced.
played in PBA.
Yeah. COVID year.
Yeah. Here's my question though. Just to kind of go back and tell the people go through what it took to become a Division I basketball player. And what I mean, like people don't understand the sacrifices you have to make, from 6th grade on to get to that level. They just see the finished product. They see you come here and be like, I think a lot of people and parents think that you pour water on the kid and then I call it the chia pet parent.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden he's a Division I, where you could just shed some light on, the dedication that you had to have at an early age once it's something you decided you wanted to do.
Well, growing up, I played football was kind of my main sport. I played both. My dad played football. My mom was a really good basketball player. So, growing up, it was just, sports was really just the way I was going. My parents weren't paying for college. So they were like, you gotta find some way. And then after my 10th grade year, I ended up picking up an offer from North Carolina A&T. And then my dad, because I wanted to stop playing football earlier just because of all the practice and all that. It'd just be long practices. And he was like, nah, you can't choose until after you get your first offer. So the day I got my first offer, it was a Sunday. We got out of church. We were in Charlotte, my grandparents' church. Then he came outside, told me I had the offer, talked to the coaches. And then I was like, so I can stop playing football. So that happened. I had a really good summer. That summer I would say it was kind of a breakout summer. But it was really the summer after that where things started to take off recruitment wise. Picked up pretty much every mid-major there was. Then I went to Hargrave military in Chatham, Virginia. Come senior year, and that was really when everything just took off. High major, I got in the top 100. We played Oak Hill. I had 30 against them, and we beat them by 25, and that was the first game of the season. Just imagine everybody they had. They had Will Richardson, he's at Oregon, David McCormick, Keldon Johnson. He was Spurs now. They had all type of guys. And then that was really when it took off. Yeah.
I think it's interesting because your dad came on the show and told that story that look, once he got his offer, he could stop playing football. But this is football country. Like we understand. I got to watch football with you on Saturday, and I was laughing because I'm like, I hate to tell Nebraska fans, y'all missed out. Like him and his brother, like Bryce put the helmet on, and I thought he was gonna get up and run a route. Like I wasn't real sure what this was. Like y'all love football.
Yeah, every time I go back home, they're like, man, we would have thought you would have been playing football. Because that was really just my sport. I feel like it translates on the basketball court. Defensively and then really just the physicality aspect of it. So I'm glad my dad forced me to play football growing up.
Well, you went in the stadium and you got your first dose of it live, full, no cravings at all, just to see if you could.
Really. It's nothing like down south football, but just seeing the fans, how packed it was. That just made me that more excited about the basketball season. That was really my first dose of the fans, other than like outside, walking around or whatnot. But it was definitely rocking Memorial Stadium for sure.
Can you imagine that crowd in the PBA?
Mm-hmm.
And you look, you skywalking is one of my favorite things about this team. You play with a football player's toughness and physicality. But for you, now your little brother's here. Give me that. What is that going to be like? What's that conversation going to be like the day before Colorado?
Bryce just talks about it nonstop. I mean, Bryce is just as excited as I am. I kind of try to hold it back, just because I'm the older brother. Of course he has wide eyes. I mean, he hasn't experienced college basketball, and then we haven't really played with each other in a probably how many years? Probably like 10, 11 years.
Wow.
So I mean, he always pulls up the highlights of Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox. He sent me a post the other day talking about this got to be us this year.
So
that'd be A-okay if you got to do that.
For sure, most definitely.
You know, so Scout, your younger brother for us. What does he do well?
I mean, he can score. Makes the right. I mean, a lot of people don't know. When he's off the ball, he makes all the right cuts. He knows how to find the open windows. Where there's back cuts. I mean, just pulling up, just being able to shoot the shot, and I think that kind of helps me and Zoe out a lot, because I mean we can get by the first defender, and then especially if we're driving at Bryce, like a lot of times, Zoe will have the ball in his hand and come off the ball screen, and then Bryce will be at the slot, so I'll just screen the guy. Then I mean it'll be open like a lot. So I mean I feel our chemistry is there just from being brothers, even though we haven't played together a whole lot. Just for watching each other work, pretty much our whole lives, every step of the way, or whatnot, and playing pickup or stuff like that.
What's going to be the biggest change for the regular fan from last year's team to this year's team when they watch?
Wins.
Yeah.
Big goals. Yeah. Especially for me, I kind of took on a different type of leadership this year, just because I got a little brother. He's watching everything I do. So I mean, even some days, I mean, I might not be feeling it. I mean, just having him right there, I feel like that helps me that much more. I mean, because like I said, the whole team's workers. And then last year I was kind of more, I like the lead by example type, but I mean, I know we need a vocal leader to go along with D-Walk and some of the other guys, especially when a start out of the starters. So I've just been trying to be more vocal.
You come from, you talk about your dad. Your dad not only played Arena League, but your dad played in the NCAA basketball tournament, like a couple of years, as a matter of fact. At home, the McGowans just, you can play a game of 21. Can Pop still go?
No. He gave it up a long time ago. I think he probably gave it up. Probably. We were going to when he coached high school, his practices.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember he came home with crutches. One day my mom was just laughing at him. Like, I told you to sit down. He tried to get up and down with some of his high school guys, because, I mean, his high school team was really, really good. I mean, making runs upper state. And then my dad was fairly young, so I mean, he could still go, of course. But he went up to dunk, a kid too close to the baseline. He came down, rolled his ankle.
Bobby, no.
Yeah. And then that was the last time he hopped in with the guys.
No, who's a better defender, dad or mom?
Mom, for sure.
Mom was
she holds. She might not hold the record anymore, but I know she's like one of the top in Western Carolina history.
That's pretty dope to have that connection be there. You played through a season that was strange. It was weird. It was a little bit different. Have you circled any particular games as, you know what, we different now? Can't wait to see.
Yeah, Creighton for sure. That's number one. And then probably number two would just be IU. Just because X. When I say brothers, that's really someone who I consider a brother. I mean, he's my roommate at Pittsburgh. Kind of did everything together. We talk on a daily basis still. going back and forth like, "Ooh, I can't wait till we play IU. We gonna beat y'all." Da 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 da. So I mean, yeah, that's probably it right there.
I always wanted to ask because I'm a little bit older, but you modern day kids, how much junk do you guys talk when y'all play? Because you guys got to, you guys say on your head and all the other stuff. We were more confrontational. You guys are like drive-by talkers, right? Or you go?
I mean, I say stuff here and there. Really only if somebody says something to me.
Right.
But I like to bump more than anything. I don't really like to talk too much.
Just a simple nudge, like got you, ain't gotta worry about it.
Yeah,
it's interesting to me. And again, in watching it from a distance, and then trying to get you guys closer so we can let the fans know what kind of personalities are there. I'm looking forward. Like I know the fan base is excited. I know the sponsors are excited. I know the fans want wins. But I know that you guys want wins more. So we'll throw this to break, say thank you, and then we'll bring in another Hall of Famer. We got one in the future. Let's bring in another one. Eric Strickland, top of the hour, Strick 9.